Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Karen's Kitchen. I'm going to do a recipe that Alexis has done before in the deluxe cooking blender because I've never tried it yet and I wanted to try it, so I'm going to be doing it. But I'm going to get some people in here first before I start. It takes a little time to cook on here, and I want to get it done right. I've already done my prep work. Got my garlic cloves peeled. Got my carrots into chunks. Hi, Benita. Good to see you. Cooked my pasta. Now it's in this bowl. I'm probably going to have to take it out of this bowl when I put that sauce on, but I put it in here. This pasta that I cooked is made nothing but it's made from rice and quinoa, brown rice and quinoa, and it's organic. This is where I bought it at Walmart today. And I thought it was awesome. Penne pasta that's made out of this rice and quinoa. And I've been eating out of the bowl. I've been eating out of the bowl trying to get this down a little bit, and they are good. They're just by themselves. They're good with brown rice and quinoa. They're awesome. I saw it and I thought I'm going to try it, but they are good. I mean, I kind of stopped eating them, but I got to get it down a little bit. So I've been kind of snacking on them. Not going to hurt me at all. But anyway, this is a simple pasta sauce. But you have the pasta cooked, and then you pour the sauce over the top of it. And then at the end, I'm going to take and put these mozzarella vegan shreds on it. Be a quarter cup of that. You tried it when you made the I bet that was good. I'm gonna buy it. I bought me another bag of this too. So if I want to make this again, because anymore I do anything with pasta, that's what I'm gonna get is rice and quinoa, because this pasta is good. It's really good. I just cooked it on the stove. I didn't put it in my quick cooker or anything. I just put it on the stove and cooked it up. It didn't take very long. Hi, Nikki. Good to see you. Welcome. Thank you for everybody coming in and sharing this out. And I'm going to get this started in a little bit, but I want to make sure I get people in here first and aware that I'm even on. I kind of made a mistake. I drained my tomatoes off, but it got the juice all over everything, so I'm trying to clean it up right now. I missed some spots, so let me go ahead and clean that up. There we go. Good. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. Good afternoon. This will be a simple, and this is what it looks like. This comes into the deluxe cooking blender cooking guide, the book that came with the deluxe cooking blender. This is an awesome. Alexis made it, so I wanted to try it. It doesn't look too hard, and I thought, well, shoot, I might as well give it a go and see how I like it. I know I like the pasta, so I'm sure I'm going to like the sauce too. I may have to put this on a plate, divide it up onto a plate when I put the sauce on, see how it's going to go. But I wanted to put it in here now to get it out of the pan. But I'll get more people in here, and I'll talk a little bit about our weather. We're in the 50s right now. In fact, I finally turned my furnace off for a while. Welcome to Periscope for the very first time. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for sharing this out. It's this pasta. I've never had this pasta before. I've had other pasta. I had one the other day with rice and corn that I put in the quick cooker that I put in my for Alfredo sauce, but I thought I'm going to try this one. No. You know why? Because I don't use dairy. The ones that use dairy, like your dairy milk and your dairy cheese, no. Since I'm not using dairy and I'm using vegan, no, it hasn't scorched at all. I know other people are having it because they say dairy is highly concentrated. So dairy, my daughter uses dairy, so she's had a little problem maybe scorching a little bit, but I don't, because I don't use dairy milk. I use almond milk, or I use my vegan cheese. You should see like this. I don't use the regular dairy, so that's what causes it to scorch, because it says that in the book, that dairy will cause it to scorch, so you got to be real careful. But no, I made the sweet potato soup, and I made the cheesy potato soup. Had no problem at all, because I used vegan. I used vegan cheese, didn't use the actual dairy cheese, so that did help. So you got to keep that in mind when you use this blender, that the dairy will cause it to you haven't started using it yet? Oh, you're going to have to watch this, Vanita. I've done several periscopes with this blender. You're going to have to go back and watch the ones I've done. This is an awesome blender. I will tell you this, though. You've got to be careful when you use it, because this does get hot. And also when you wash it, it's got a heated wash. But do not rinse it in the sink and sit it directly into the sink because of the electrical in it, because that's what your heating element is. You get that wet and it's not going to work. So you got to be careful of that. So I keep mine away from the water. I just rinse it out and hold on to it and rinse it out. And then you got your auxiliary. This, I like this because this is very heavy. And with this auxiliary handle on it, it helps you hold on to it a little bit easier. Don't be afraid to get it out of the box and use it. Some people do the same thing with the quick cooker. They're afraid to get it out of the box and use it. You shouldn't be afraid of that. It's an awesome thing to use, and I recommend it. I love this blender. With that being said, I think I'm going to get started so everybody can see what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, I've got to put my water in first. It's a 1/4 cup of water it takes, so I'm going to put that in here. No, that isn't much, but it doesn't take very much. And I did drain my tomatoes out, so it'll have a little thicker sauce, so it won't be so runny. And then 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning. Okay, and I'll get my, oops, I got my Italian here, and I'll get my tablespoon out. Whoa, that's a little bit much. I did put too much in there. I'm just going to wing it and then try to dump the rest back in here because I'm not going to get too much in there. Okay. That'll be good. It might not be, yeah, that's probably plenty anyway. All right, now, and then it calls for 1 teaspoon of salt. And everybody knows that I use sea salt. And I put some in here so it'll be easier to get out of here versus that. Because this one, I had another spice in here. I don't remember what it was. And I used it up, so I thought, well, this would be a good container to put my sea salt in. So I can get it out easier. There we go. All right. And let's see. 4 garlic cloves peeled. Where did I put those? Oh, here they are. Here's my garlic cloves peeled. I just took my knife and hit the chopping knife and just hit it. Get the rest of this out here, and just hit the knife. Hit it with the my palm of my hand. Hit the knife with the palm of my hand to crush those garlic cloves and get them. Oh, the tomatoes are added in, but we got to put my carrots in there and my zucchini. Okay, I got a cup of carrot, almost a cup of carrot. Put this in here, and then I got a cup of zucchini. Where did I put that at? Oh, here's my zucchini. There we go. Now, the reason you don't much liquid in here because carrots and zucchini have a lot of liquid as themselves, so they're gonna bring a lot of liquid into it. So you don't need to have a lot of liquid, and this is going to be on the heated puree setting. So don't be afraid to get it out of the box, Vanita, and start using it. People find this intimidating. They also find the quick cooker intimidating. Neither one of them has ever intimidated me. I love both of them. Okay, now this is going to go in the heated puree, which is right there. So you're going to watch me with this over here. And there's the heated puree. Now I'll just push the start button. Hi, Alexis. I just got everything in there. I'd have to use the tamper, but I don't. Because there it goes. Finally gets the stuff out of it. No, you've made this before, Alexis, so Alexis knows a little bit about what this is. So she's made it before. See how much juice this stuff is made? Without, you don't use much water because your carrots and your zucchini have a lot of juice in them already. So basically, that's all you need is a little bit of water. And my add-ins will be 1 can of diced tomatoes. which I have right here, and that'll go in when it says the end. And I did drain the tomatoes off, so it'd be a little thicker sauce, because it could be a little bit too runny. You don't want it real runny, so I just drained. Well, there's not much liquid in it anyway, but I just drained it off. And I'll probably change my pasta. Everybody can see this is the pasta I made. It's a little full right now, but I'm going to have to change that around. This didn't look like it was going to do much. I was going to have to use the tamper when you first start. Without liquid in it at all, it probably would have really had to use a tamper. But you always got to use a little liquid every time. But it's going to be really good, I think. I'm hoping it tastes good. I know Alexis liked it when she made it. I know Alexis is probably getting ready to go to her Weight Watchers, so she couldn't stay in. But she came in to see what I'm doing, and I think to share it out. So I appreciate that. So I thank you everybody for coming in and sharing this out and being here, because it's awesome. Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah, that's what she said. She loved it. Yeah, so I'm sure going to give it a try. See how I'm going to like it too. You can't, I want to give it a try and see. Welcome those that are just coming in. Thank you for coming in. Okay. And that's just a can. When it gets done, the timer's up. Then I'm just going to hit cancel and then your tomatoes, and then just put it on speed too and custom blend. So, I can smell it. I can smell the garlic. I can smell the garlic in it. Wow, it's got 4 cloves of garlic, so I can really smell them. So that's really a good smell. So if you like garlic, you can really smell it. When I told my daughter, what I was making today, she said, "Boy, you love that blender." I says, "I sure do." Well, I haven't got enough yet. So they haven't notified me. I haven't been getting no super hearts, and if I get just a few a day, if I get any at all. So I can't cash them in yet. I've cashed them in once, but I don't beg for super hearts. If people don't want to give them to me, that's fine. I'm not worried about it. They do help. Hi, Emil. Good to see you. Welcome. I'm doing the hidden marinara veggie pasta that Alexis had done when she did it in the blender. So they haven't informed me yet. Hi, Nanny on the town. There's Nikki, and there's Ramil, and everybody that's in here. Thank you for coming in and sharing this out. I appreciate it very, very much. If you weren't in my Periscope on Sunday, I did the Alfredo sauce, and Daniel was on at the same time, so you get to see what I did. See, I have to go in and watch that one. I have to watch all the rest of Daniel's. Thank you for the super hearts. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. You guys are awesome. I appreciate that. When I get to, I don't know when I'll be able to cash them out. Yes, I know you did. I thank you for that email. Thank you for watching. I see that you did. I thank you for that. I thank you very much for that. It's real easy to get behind. Let me tell you, it's real easy to get behind especially when you miss Periscopes and you have to start catching up and have to watch several of them at a time. Or have to watch several of them a day or whatever. And then that's what Arlene had to do. She had to start catching up. Oh, it's going to be real easy, Yamil. Not much to it at all. And it's going to be really good. I'm going to use it tomorrow for my cereal. It's simple to use. I did it yesterday, and it was very easy to make. Very easy. Only just 4 ingredients. I just put the salt, I used a cup of almonds and drops of water, an eighth of a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of vanilla. And it was in there for, I think, for about 5 minutes and got done. And then I strained it out with my with the bag and got a lot of pulp. I got a lot of pulp. For 1 cup of almonds, a lot of pulp. So I'm going to make flour with that. Not like it should. It's starting to, but it hasn't dried up. Maybe I should put it on a baking sheet, but I stuck it in the refrigerator to kind of help it on. I'll have to probably put it out on a baking sheet. I can, when it gets dried enough, then I can grind it up to make flour. But I think it probably is good enough the way it is. But no, it hasn't dried up completely. It's a little hard, but it's a lot better than it was. It was soaking wet when I got done. You start using that nut bag. It's like milking a cow. You just got to squeeze all the milk out, and what is left is the pulp. And a lot of people throw that pulp away, but you really don't have to, because if you find something to make with almond flour in it, then use it. 180. Oh, thank you, Emil, for telling me. I'll do that. I'll put it on my baking sheet for 180. For how long? Because I don't want to put it in there too awful long. Because I want to get it dried out. So yeah, that's a very good idea, because I haven't done it yet, and I want to get it a chance to dry out by itself. This is going to be a simple sauce to make. I do believe that I'm going to enjoy this a lot. I really do. I like pasta, but like I said, a lot of the pasta out there has got so much crud in it and everything. You either that your meal, or you can take and grind it into flour. If it isn't fine enough, you can take it and grind it in this blender or a Vitamix or whatever and grind it up, or a coffee grinder, grind it up into flour and make it a little finer. If it's not real fine as you want it. I've got some super fine almond flour that I used in my pumpkin cookies the other day. My pumpkin chocolate chip cookies I used the super fine almond flour, and I'm glad I had it because it called for it. And it's really, 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 really fine. That will have to be ground down probably some too. But I got an awful lot out of that. I couldn't believe how much I got just out of 1 cup of almonds. I could have taken the skins off, but I didn't. I decided not to bother trying to take the skins off, because that's a lot of work to get those skins off, and just have the nut, have the white nut. But it wouldn't have mattered anyway. It still came out good. It tasted good. I didn't have the grit in it, because without straining it, it's gritty, and I don't care for the taste of gritty milk. Not at all. I just don't care for the taste of gritty milk, and straining it out gets rid of all that grit. And it was a good. If you watch me, you can see I was squeezing it like you're milking a cow and getting all that milk out of there. But it's awesome the way it works. I got the bag all washed up, ready to use for the next time. It's a nice bag. I really like it. You could probably use cheesecloth too if you don't have the bag like that. It comes with the blender. But if you don't have a bag like that, you could probably get some cheesecloth and it would work just as well. I have some somewhere. I don't want to put cheesecloth, but I don't need to use it now that I got this. This is up to 162 degrees right now. It'll get up to 212. So it's got a little ways to go, but it'll get there. This will be an awesome pasta when I'm done. The fact that I'm using pasta that's made out of rice and quinoa is good too, because that's what I like. This pasta is actually good by itself. It is so good because it's rice and quinoa. Oh, to an hour and a half. Okay. All right. I'll go back and look at that. Okay. Hooray for Google. Google has a lot of information. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. Google has a lot of information. If you want to find it, hi, good to see you. Welcome. Welcome. Google has a lot of information whenever you want it. And I use Google all the time if I want to find information out, because they have a lot of information. It's limitless. So you can find out everything you want. So it's awesome that you can use Google like that. Oh, right. Yeah, you can grind it in here on grind. You can also, I got a Vitamix I can grind it in too to make it like fine flour, because that's going to have to be ground some. But it'll eventually dry, and I'll look at what you guys said on my replay, and I'll check that out. But you can take it and make biscuits out of it. You can make cookies out of it. You can make different things out of it. Okay. Well, thank you for coming in, and have a great afternoon. Thank you. I do appreciate you coming in and sharing this out. See the steam coming off the top, so it's pretty hot. This cup doesn't get as hot as the rest as the jar does, though, because I'm gonna have to take this cap off in order to put the tomatoes in there. So I'll have to use a spoon to get the tomatoes in there. But I did drain the tomatoes to kind of make it a little thicker sauce, so it would be quite so thin. Maybe I should have left the juice in there, because this is pretty thick as it is. But we'll see how it's going to turn out. I don't want to run it all over my pasta. I want it to kind of stay. So what I plan on doing is probably getting a plate out and putting this on a plate, some of this on a plate, and then pouring the sauce on top. I just want to get it out of here for right now. I'm eating some of this to kind of get it down a little bit. It's good. This pasta is really good. I've never had rice and quinoa pasta. No, I bought some diced tomatoes. I bought a can of diced tomatoes. That's what it called for. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. Welcome. I bought a can of diced tomatoes. Right here they are. A 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes. That's what it called for. Good to see you. So they're already peeled when you buy the can of tomatoes. I bought me another can too for later on. They're already peeled. So it's easier that way. Just buy a can of diced tomatoes and let it go. Yeah, it sure can. But when you buy them in a can like that, they're already peeled. They're already peeled, so I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I know what you mean. It doesn't look too appealing right now, but once you get the tomatoes and everything in it, and once I put the cheese and everything on top, it'll be awesome. I'm sure it will. I'll get a plate out when this gets done, and I'll take some of this pasta and put it on a plate, because I don't think I can mix it up too well in here. This is pretty full. Welcome to everybody coming in, and thank you for coming in and sharing this out. I do appreciate this. If you weren't in my Periscope, and I don't think Linda was yesterday, you can go and watch the Periscope I did yesterday on the Alfredo sauce. I made some Alfredo sauce. Was it yesterday? No, I made some almond milk. Almond milk yesterday. Sunday is when I did the Alfredo sauce. Almond milk comes out real good in here. So it's real easy to make, and it's better than going out and buying it all the time. Thank you. It's nice to have everybody in here, because if it weren't for you in here, I wouldn't be coming in here, because I can see you guys at the bottom, and I know you're there. So I don't want to talk to myself. I mean, if I start talking to myself and answering myself, I got a little problem. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to talk to myself and then answer myself. So I just having you in here helps, because then I know that you're there on the other side of your phone or your computer or your iPad, whatever you're using, oh, thank you. There's my daughter. See, here's what I'm going to make. It's in the book. She wondered about that. It's on page 29. What I've got in here right now is 1 cup of fourth cup of water, 1 tablespoon of taco seasoning or Italian seasoning, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 4 garlic cloves peeled, 1 cup of carrot, and a zucchini that's peeled, and or I didn't peel the zucchini, but zucchini that's cut into chunks. I took the carrot and peeled it and put it into chunks. So this is going to be an awesome marinara sauce. And I know Alexis made it, and she said she loved it. So if Alexis loved it, I'm sure it's really good. Because I watched her make it on Periscope, and it looked so good. I thought, I have got to make that when I get my blender. Of course, I've been making everything else, and I decided today, well, I might as well make this hidden veggie marinara pasta because it looks so freaking good. So it is a meal in itself, but I'm not going to eat all this. I'll tell you, that's for sure. In case anybody knows and wonders, this is penne, but it's made out of brown rice and quinoa. This pasta is. That's all it is brown rice and quinoa. I put it in here for now, but I'm going to have to put it onto a plate when I put the sauce on. I've been delving into it, eating it, and it's so good just by itself. It's got a real good flavor. I've never had brown rice and quinoa pasta, and it's organic as well. I got it at Walmart. It's great. It's a great idea. It's gluten-free. Oh, it sure will. And when I saw this, I said, I've got to get some of this. So I bought another bag of it. So I have something again. So anytime they call for anything for pasta, I'm going to just buy this pasta. It's a little expensive, but it's worth it because it's really, really good. I mean, I've been eating out of this bowl, and it's really, really good. It didn't take very long to cook on the stove, just a few minutes, and it's soft. It's almost al dente, but not quite, because I've got a little bit more done than al dente. It's good. You can see the steam coming off the top, so it's really hot. 207 right now. It's going to go to 212, I think. To 212. And when this gets done, then I'll cancel it, and I'll put the tomatoes in there. The diced tomatoes. A 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes I got. Then I will put it on custom blend number 2 for 30 seconds, it says. So it doesn't matter if I take the lid off or I take the cap off. I think it'd be easier just to take the lid off to put the tomatoes in there versus the cap, because you got to put it on. You got to cancel it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But you can see it's bubbling up in there. I don't know if you can tell or not, but it is bubbling up in there. And this is on the heated puree setting, in case you're wondering. This is you have to make sure you put it on the right setting when you do it. I looked at it real carefully and said heated puree. See it bubbling inside? You can see it's bubbling. Look at the steam coming off the top. So that is hot. Very hot. Really hot. Now this is counting down. When that gets finished counting down, then I'm going to hit cancel. Put the tomatoes in it. It's a little noisy, but it's okay. Okay, I think I'm going to... They say just to take the cap off, but I don't know if I can just get by with that. I might just have to take the whole entire lid off. But I'll try it, maybe with just the cap. Whoa, that cap is hot too. Whoa. Wow. I really don't want to take the lid off. Maybe I can just do it this way and use a spoon just to kind of scoop it down in there. That might be okay. And I did, like I said, I did drain these off to make it a thicker sauce, so it wouldn't be quite so thin. Although I probably could have left it in there. Because there isn't a lot of liquid in there as it is, but you know your zucchinis and your carrots do have some moisture to them anyway. And I think it was I used 2 carrots to make a cup, and I just used 1 zucchini because that's all it called for. And this, like I said, this is a can of 28-ounce can of tomatoes. So if you're posting any comments right now, I'll go back and I'll check them in a bit. I just want to get these in here so I can put this on custom blend. This is real good for straining stuff. I use it a lot to strain things that need to be strained or rinsed out, like chickpeas, any of your beans, whether it be black beans, lima beans, pinto beans, kidney beans, whatever. I just go ahead and use this strainer because I wanted to strain the juice off. I could have left it in there, I suppose, but I thought, well, I'll just strain it off. Well, it should be okay because I don't like having a runny sauce anyway. Okay, now I put this cap back on. It's down in there. I washed that anyway, so I'll put that down in there. All right, now put this on custom blend. Okay, and I push this in, and then I go to number 2. All right, now for 30 seconds, they said to blend it for 30 seconds. I had to look in the book how to do the custom blend because I've never done it before, so it told me exactly how to do it. Well, it gets to 30 seconds, it'll tight, and I'll shut it off. There we go. Now, got it all. Wow, okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a plate out so I can put some of this on the plate and put the sauce on because I think it's going to be too hard to put it in that bowl because I've got way too much pasta in here, but I want to put it in this bowl to get it out of the way, and I'll just put some of this on the plate. And like I said, this pasta is cooled down now. I could have cooked it while I was doing with the blender, but I thought, well, get it cooled, get it cut up right away, or get it cooled, or get it. Let's turn this off. Get it cooked before I come in here because I knew it would take a little time to get it cooked. I'm going to put a little bit more on here. This will probably, I'm not going to eat all this in one day. Let me tell you, this is going to be something I'm going to eat in several days because it's going to be awesome. Awesome. So, okay. All right, now. Wow. Look at this. Look at that. Doesn't that look awesome? Use this. Oh, look at that. See, it makes it nice and thick. Can you see that? Makes it nice and thick. And then I'm going to stir it around a little bit so it's all mixed in. And then I'm going to put my my mozzarella on it. There we go. You may need salt or spices. Well, I did put a little salt in. I did put Italian seasoning in it, Alexis, and I did put a little salt into it. So let's see. I think it said to stir it around. Stir to combine, okay. And then I'll add my mozzarella on top. Because I've got some vegan mozzarella. This will be put into a container or whatever, and I can have several days a meal of this. Because I wasn't intending to eat this whole thing in one day anyway. This looks awesome. This really does. I'm going to put my... I don't know what kind of spices you put on yours, Alexis, but... I'm going to put a little bit of my vegan mozzarella on here. My shreds. I've got some that I use. And this ought to be awesome. This will be my lunch for today. Ta-da! What do you guys think? Does that look awesome or what? It looks... Does it look good, Alexis? I know it looks a little different than yours. Oh, thank you. It does look good, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. It really, really does. Oh, thank you. It does look good. But you know, this does such a great job of doing things like that. and it's simple enough to make. I am really glad that I chose this blender. And when I was thinking about what to make today, I told my daughter, well, I'll make the hidden veggie marinara and sauce for the cooking blender. She says, boy, you sure do use that blender a lot. I says, I sure do. I love it. I mean, I've got it. I might as well use it. I mean, I says, well, I use the quick cooker a lot too. I mean, when I first got that thing, I almost used it almost every day. Well, I still use it, but I like this too. So, but this, oh, look at that. What an awesome meal. I have got to get a fork. And if you can indulge me, I'm going to get me no, this is a dirty fork. I don't want to use this one. So I'll get me a clean fork, and I'll take a bite and see what it tastes like. If you'll indulge me for a little bit, I want to try this. I want to see. Because they always say a good cook tastes her food. Yeah, I am. Divine. It is divine. Oh my goodness, I can see why Alexis loved it. It is so good. Oh my goodness. This is whoa. You guys have to make this your meal and taste it for yourself. See what you think of it. It is awesome. Just awesome. You got your zucchini in there, you got your carrot in there, you know, and your water. Oh, it's awesome. Not much. If you want to know what's in here, I'll tell you. There's a quarter cup of water, tablespoon of Italian seasoning, 1 teaspoon of salt, which I use the sea salt, 4 garlic cloves peeled, and I just take and hit it with a knife to peel them. I didn't crush them or anything. And then your add-ins when it gets done is your can of 28 ounce of diced tomatoes. When you also has your cup, you can put a cup of carrot in it and a zucchini all cut up. So that really made it good. What a flavor this has. That carrot and the zucchini made it awesome. I don't want to eat too much because I don't want to spoil the picture for my vegan page, because I want to put this up on my vegan, my Facebook page. But doesn't this look awesome? I can't believe it. You know, I am so happy with this blender. Oh my goodness. No, not really. I could sure smell it when it was going around though. I could sure smell it. But no, you can't. That's one thing about this. You can't really taste the garlic. Once it gets blended in there, you can't really taste it. I guess that's a good thing. I mean, I do like garlic, but I don't want to taste more garlic than I taste anything else. You know what I mean? So, yes, yum is good. So anybody that's got this blender, go and get it out of the box. Vanita said she hasn't got hers out of the box yet. Get it out of the box, Vanita, and make it. Make this. She's wondering about if it's good, and I said, yeah, it's still good, you know. So, and I know Daniel loves his blender, and I knew he would. So he's going to use it a lot too. When you like something, you're going to use it a lot. Between the quick cooker and the blender, I think I use these two products the most as far as appliances are concerned. I use them the most. Of course, you got your regular tools like your measuring cups and measuring spoons and stuff. That's a given anyway. But for your appliances, I use the quick cooker and this a lot. And they're well, yeah, I figured he would. And I'm happy that we were able to help him get it, because I knew that once he got that blender, he would love it and he would want to use it. And he does real good when he looks like he was so happy. I saw that picture on Facebook of everything he got, and he was so happy. He probably couldn't wait to get it opened up. And I know I'm like a kid in a candy store. You give me something brand new, and I'm like a little kid too. I can't wait to open it up and see what it's what it's like. So it's really, really awesome. And I do think I get my Pampered Chef today. I think it was coming today. In case you're wondering, Alexis, I believe I saw it before. I haven't tracked it lately, but they said it was coming today. So, and I only just got a few things, so I'm not doing unboxing there because I just basically got a lid and the 2 and 3 cup prep bowls is all I got. So I'm really going to do the unboxing there because there isn't a whole heck of a lot. But I wanted to tell you that it is coming in case you were wondering. But I tell you, if you don't have this blender, host a party or be a consultant to be able to get one, because I'll tell you one thing. This thing whether you paid full price for it or you got it like I did at $139.60. This thing eventually is going to pay for itself because you use it enough. I mean, it's really well worth the price. I mean, it's comparable to a Vitamix, and it actually does much better than a Vitamix when it comes to making soup because it heats everything up right away. Blends it and heats it up. My daughter can testify to that. She loves it. If you didn't see any of my soup recipes that I did in here, go back on the Periscopes and watch those. I also made grape jelly in here. I made the red pepper and walnut dip. So if you're concerned about this blender, get with Alexis and see what she can do for you, because she always, she's a consultant. That's her livelihood. She wants to make money too. But if you want this at 60% off, I believe it's until November, you get this at 60% off by hosting a party. That's how I got mine. In September, I told Alexis, I knew it was coming out, and I said, I'm going to host a party so I can get this, because I wanted it at 60% off. And then I got my daughter one at 50% off. So she's able to use hers too. I tell you, this thing it's worth its weight in gold. It is so awesome. Yeah, I know you're here, Alexis. I see you, and that's why I'm mentioning it. Yeah, her link is in her profile, and contact her. I don't know, are there any parties going on now? Because if there's parties going on now, I want to promote them. Although I don't know who's having parties. So if anybody's having a party now, please let me know so I can give you a shout out, because I want to be able to give people the recognition when they have a party. Oh yeah, that's right, the mystery show. That's right, she's doing the mystery show, mystery host show. That's right, she's doing that. For every $25 in product you buy, you get a ticket for the mystery show. I'm not going to be able to do it this time because I've kind of tapped myself out. But if you can afford to do it, go ahead and get into the mystery show. You have a lot of fun. It's also, I don't know when it's going to end, but she has that going on now. I don't know if there's any more party. I think I saw Gayleen is going to have a party in November coming up, but I don't know if there's any more parties. Well, this month is almost over now anyway. But if you want to get this at 60% off, host a party. Because I'll tell you, like I said, this thing is worth its everything. And it's really worth the price of $349. But if you can get it for 60% off, go for it. And it's going to pay for itself. Because in the long run, you can do a lot with it. A lot. I mean, you can make your almond milk and your different milks. You do your smoothies, which I have to do a smoothie in here yet. I haven't done that. But I have done a lot in here. I've done the soups. The only soup I haven't done yet is the butternut squash. I don't really like butternut squash, although Alexa said it was delicious. But I've done the sweet potato and the cheesy potato soup. Somebody asked me if I've ever had scorching in here. I have not had, hi, good to see you, welcome. I have not had scorching in here simply because I don't use dairy milk. I don't use dairy milk or dairy cheese. So therefore, mine has not scorched. You will have a little problem with dairy when you put it in here. You just have to be real careful with it. But you should be able to get it cleaned out. I think there's a way to get the scorching out of there. You may have to watch some videos or something. I know you have to use the double-sided brush. And if you don't know what that is, this is the double-sided brush. Oh, you haven't had scorching? You're lucky, Alexis. Here's the double-sided brush that you can use this. Some people have scorching. I don't know why, but somebody had asked me if I had scorching. No, I've never had scorching with this. Oh, that's right. Use ketchup for scorching. I think you leave it in there, overnight or something, and then you rinse it out, and then you do a heated wash. There's something about the ketchup for the quick cooker does the same thing. Isn't that amazing that ketchup will clean it out? I don't understand maybe it's the acid in it. It's acidic. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But my goodness, if you got ketchup and you got some scorching, just use that in there. I think my daughter said she used a little bit of ketchup. I don't know if she left it in long enough, but some people are going to have problems with scorching. But Alexa said she never did. I think if you follow the instructions to the letter when you do anything from the book, don't put any more in than it shows or any less than it shows. Do exactly what it says, and you shouldn't have any problem, because that's probably what people have been having problems with, because they've been not putting enough. You've got to add enough liquid to it. If you don't have enough liquid to it, you're going to have problems with it scorching. I know it's bad when it does it, but it is what it is. But don't be afraid to use it even if it scorches, because it's a good blender. My goodness, you can see what this thing did. Look, I mean, the sauce it made, I mean, for those that just gave me, look at that sauce. That's awesome. Look at that. It's just awesome. And it's good. It's a real good flavor sauce. I mean, I love it. I've been just a little bit of ate on this, and it is so delicious. Oh my goodness. It's just, mouth-watering. Man, I can see why Alexis liked it. I'm going to like it too. So that being said, don't be afraid to get yours out of the box if you haven't. Get it out of the box and try it. Open it up. Do your heated wash the first thing. Do your cleaning. Start with something simple, like a smoothie maybe at first, until you get used to it. And then you can do your soups and your sauces or what have you, because you want to get used to it first. I know this probably looks very intimidating to some people, because I know Benita was just in here. His child was just in here, and she said she hasn't got hers out of the box yet. It probably looks intimidating to her, just like the quick cooker looks intimidating to a lot of people. Don't let that bother you. It's not intimidating at all. You're just a little afraid of it. I'll tell you, the thing that was intimidating to me was when I had the pressure cooker that went on the stove. That's what was intimidating, because when that thing popped out one time, when I still lived in Indiana, it went up to the ceiling and started losing everything. That was intimidating and scared me. Wow. And I thought, no way. I'm kind of glad they came out with something you don't have to worry about that anymore, because that was a very hazard. Pressure cooker from Presto, and it has the thing that you put on your valve. You can turn it for 5 minutes, for 5 pounds pressure, 10 pounds, or 15 pounds pressure. Depends on what you're making. And it had holes in it, and you just set it on there, and you had to keep turning it, and it had to jiggle and everything. It either jiggled too much or wouldn't jiggle enough. Well, it got to the point where this is crazy. So I'm kind of glad I've got this. I don't have to worry about it. Set it and forget it. More or less, this is too. Yeah, absolutely. You're right. Everything is secure. I know. Isn't that something, Yamil? You don't have to worry. Everything is secure. The boxing was awesome. I know Alexa said it would come in a nice box. I still got my box out in the garage. I look at that box. It is an awesome box. Very colorful. Very pretty box. But I tell you, like I said, when I first saw Alexis start using this, I didn't like the looks of it all, this part at all. And I thought, well, how does it work? So she started using it, and I was impressed with what it could do. And I thought, well, that isn't great. That isn't bad. I'll get used to the looks of it. But when I took it out of the box, I fell in love with it right away. Isn't that something? When you see somebody else use it, you're not too impressed with it. But when you get it yourself and you start using it, you get really impressed with it. Because it's based on the quick cooker as far as these are concerned. So it's awesome. I really enjoy using it. It is a lot of fun to use. And I recommend it. If you don't have one, get with Alexis, who's in here right now, and tell her you want to host a party or be a consultant. See what she can do for you, and see if you can get this for 60% off. I believe, am I right, Alexis? You got a 60% off until next month. I thought that's what you said. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you got until November to get 60% off. How good is that? I mean, it's awesome. And Pampered Chef stands behind. Oh, good. Pampered Chef stands behind every one of their products. Every one of them. They have the greatest customer service of any company that I've ever dealt with. I mean, they will replace something for you if it gets broke, or if you don't like something, they will replace it for you at no questions asked. You cannot beat that at all. And they've been around 39 years, I think she said. They just having their anniversary this month. That is a long time. So they're a good, reputable company. They've been around a very long time. Everything's made here in the United States, which is another good thing. Being made here in the United States. When they're made somewhere else and brought over here, that's what I kind of hate. But that's what it is. What it is. Yeah. Yes, I have. I have, Alexis. I've got them in play. Yeah, I've got them in playlists. The ones for the quick cooker, I've got separate from this. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. Thank you. Glad you finally made it. I have a special playlist for the deluxe cooking blender, and everything that I cook in it goes in under that playlist. I also have for the Instapot. I don't call it quick cooker. I got Instapot, so I put it under there. So I do have different playlists, but yes, I upload them all to YouTube. I've got the YouTube app, and I upload them. I uploaded a couple yesterday. I've got some more to upload today. But I do get them up there. I've got 188 subscribers right now, as I saw it yesterday because somebody made a comment on one of my videos. So I've got quite a few subscribers. For me, that doesn't, it's a lot. It doesn't sound like a lot to everybody else probably because there's people out there that got thousands. But for me, the kind of scopes I do and everything, and to put them up on YouTube and have 188 subscribers, to me that's good because people are really interested in seeing them and watching them. And that's why I decided to put them in playlists so people can choose whichever they want to watch. Go to a playlist. If they want to see something on the Deluxe Cooking Blender, they can see it. Especially when you do a search on the Deluxe Cooking Blender, my YouTube videos will come under that search of Deluxe Cooking Blender. Because I saw it the other day when I was looking for more videos, mine showed up that I'd already posted up there. So they do show up. So, and there are videos on YouTube for the Deluxe Cooking Blender. In case you're wondering how it really works, if you're a little intimidated by it, don't really know what to do, just go on your YouTube and punch in the search box Deluxe Cooking Blender, and you've got a long list of videos. They make an applesauce in it. They're making your smoothies in it and soups. Just go watch them and see how they do it and see their impressions that they give you on it. There's even a YouTube video that they compare the blender, the Deluxe Cooking Blender, with the Vitamix. I have to go back and watch that because I can't remember what she said, but they have a comparison between the two. So you even got to that one too. So it's awesome that they have a blender like this and you can compare it with another blender. I hope that you lose some more weight at Weight Watchers, Alexis. I wish you lots of luck. I know you've been doing really, really good, and keep it up. You know, I'm starting to do a little bit better. I gained a little bit of weight back, but then I lost it again. So now it's going down the other way. So I'm starting to lose back again. So that's a good thing. It's real easy to get where you start getting hungry and you start eating all the wrong. Well, I wasn't eating the wrong things. I was just eating too much of something that I shouldn't have had. So I've got to try to be careful. So you start eating potato chips and stuff like that. Well, then you end up blowing it. So I thought, I don't eat potato chips. I'm not going to buy them anymore. Snack on fruits and veggies or something like that. It's a lot better. But I'm starting to go back the other way again. So that's good. But those that are just coming in here, look at what I made. Doesn't this look awesome? It is just divine. It tastes awesome. And if you want to see what it looks like in my container here, or on my pitcher, look at what it looks like. This is going to go into a airtight container and put in the refrigerator. I've got several days meal of this. My pasta, oh my goodness. I've got a lot of pasta here. I'll divide it up. But I cooked a whole whole package. It was 16 ounces. So I cooked the whole thing because that's what it called for. And I thought, well, I'll just cook it all. And then I'll just divide it up for several meals. But no, I've only been vegan a little more than 3 years. So I decided to go that route. Yes, you can. You can make your own potato chips. Sweet potato chips, I've never thought about that. But yeah, you're right. But you can make your own potato chips by just cutting up some potatoes and, I guess, baking them. There's recipes out there for that. So, yeah, you can make your own because the stuff that you buy in the store is so salty. It's terrible. But anyway, I think I'm going to go a little bit because I don't want to get this too cold. It's starting to cool down. I want to get this eaten, and I want to post it up on my Facebook page. So, with that being said, I'm going to go for now. I'll come on again tomorrow. What I'm going to do tomorrow, I have no idea until I check it out, check Pinterest out or whatever. So, with that being said, I hope you all, and I'll make this my final shot. So, with that being said, I hope you all have a great and marvelous day. What's left of it? Take care, God bless, and until we meet again, bye-bye.